school, and just this year, in the end of September, I started studying in private school.
Oh, I see. I
And
see.
they were closed. That's why I just have some friends from ninth grade, but I'm seventh grade.
Oh, I see. So now you are studying at Oxford School or where?
Oxford, yes.
Oxford. I see. Good. So how was your math at your previous school? Were you a good student in math?
Actually, yes, I was a good student in math, one of the best, but like their math, it wasn't that much hard.
Hmm. And how about English, Zubeda? Where did you learn English?
In Baku, we have courses, English courses named CELT, and I was learning there. I learned
Hmm.
English in 1.5 year.
I see. Very good. Your English is good.
Thanks.
How old are you, Zubeda? Are you 12 or 13 years old?
No, I am still 12.
You're 12. So you were born in 2008.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, Zubeda, and I hope others will join soon. Uh, Let me just send a message and after that we'll start.
Okay.
Maybe others forgot or what? Sasmo. I just started once. Okay. So, Zubaida, then let's continue. And how about these questions, Zubaida, for you, these Sasmo questions? Are they okay or they are hard for you or day by day they are getting easier? What is your impression about these questions? Did you ever solve this type of questions before?
Actually, maybe once I solved somehow kind of them, but I was solving them in Russian, not in English. Like in English, it's more hard than in Russian, and
Hmm,
actually, they are hard, really hard. But I
I
think after some time of practice, they will get easier.
Good, very good. Actually, when I say English, these are actually the questions, or let's say the Singaporean math, let's say. As I told you before, I don't know you remember or not, in the world, math education in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, they are very, very developed. And the questions are quite harder, but it really improves your critical thinking skill a lot, okay? Because when you're solving the questions, all right, just knowing the formula or the concept is not enough. And also you need to have some skills actually, so you can actually look at the problem from different point of view. And if you just look, for example, Cambridge math or UK math and American, for example, math from USA, those math questions are quite easy. And also this Sasmo, actually, it is harder than regular school math. Okay, it is not too hard, but it's harder. Hi, Rahim. But as you actually understand the questions and practice more this type of questions, Zubedi, you will see that other types of questions will be very easy for you because these questions are really sharpening your learning skill. Okay. So Rahim, you are here now. We can start. We have just started, and we were solving this Sasmo 2004 S1 questions. And last time we did questions until where 17 and here. Rahim, did we solve this question 19?
No,
Okay, then we will continue from here then.
only two people.
Yeah, it's good, right? I don't know, other people are busy or tired or
I don't think Tariel will come. I think he has football.
Adnan is joining now. So, uh, okay, Zubeda Rahim, let's start because we don't have much time, only 1 hour. I had to finish at 9 o'clock, but in Azerbaijan time, I think it is 6 o'clock. Is it 5 o'clock now, Rahim?
Yes, 507.
Okay, so 3 hour difference. 3 hour difference is very good time. With some other students, time differences I have students from UK, time difference is 7 hours. So I have to teach them at midnight. And I have another student, 12 hours difference. She lives in the US, in Los Angeles.
Hello, mister.
Hi, mister.
How are you, mister?
I'm good, mister. How are you, mister?
Thank you.
Good. So, one thing, Rahim, Adnan, Zubeda, Wagif. Okay, you need to look at these questions in Sasmo, and especially when you are actually taking a real exam. All right. If the question is too hard, all right, looks too hard, you should actually immediately change your view, okay, and try to solve the question in a simple way, okay? Because in Sasmo, they do not ask a question that requires a long solution. All right, just you need to find a point. All right, if you do not see actually the one important point, that you cannot solve this. Usually they ask this kind of questions. If you look at this equation, for example, the highest degree of x is 5. In usual ways, if the degree is 3 or bigger than 3, it is really hard to solve it. But if you can factorize it, that is the best way and the quickest way to solve the equations, okay? Factorization method. And if you remember, we have already studied how to factorize simple algebraic fractions, right? I'm not fractions, expressions. So how can I factorize this? As you see here, if I just group them in this way, the second term with the last term, first term with the third term, right? Now x to the power of 5 minus x squared. What is the common factor? X squared is the common factor. So here we have x cubed and plus 1. And
Yes, we
how
learned
about,
this.
huh?
We learned this.
When?
That's cool.
Good. So 2x cubed minus 2, common factor is 2 plus, let's just take this 2 out. Here we have x cubed minus 1, right, is equal to 0. But here it should be minus because x squared, it is minus. Okay. So now as you see here, this x cubed minus 1, x cubed minus 1 is a common factor. It's like in this form, right? It's like a times x plus b times x is equal to 0. So the
Can you
x
say
is a
answer?
common factor. I can take this out. Here we have a plus b is equal to 0. But here we don't have x, but here we have algebraic expression. So if I just take this out, here we have x cubed
X cube.
minus 1, right? And here we have x squared
Hello, Mister.
plus
Hi,
2.
Mister.
Hi, Mr. Welcome, Mr. is equal to 0.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have multiplication here. We know that if two real numbers, a times b is equal to 0, if and only if a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. Because the product of two real numbers, one is equal to 0, if and only if one of the actually multiplicand is equal to 0. Otherwise, if you multiply two non-zero numbers, it's never equal to 0. One of them must be equal to 0. So using this, then either this should be equal to 0 or this should be equal to 0. That means x cubed minus 1 is equal to 0 or x squared plus 2 is equal to 0. And we know that x squared is always non-negative. And if you add 2 to non-negative number, it's never equal to 0. So here we don't have any solution. And how about here in the first equation? X cubed is equal to 1. Then what is x? X is cube root of 1, which is equal to 1. So now dot, 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 the solution of this equation is 1. Okay, Zubeda, is it clear?
Yes.
Good. Let's continue. How about this, guys? Can you try, or if you have any idea, Rahim, what do you think? How would you calculate this? Find the value of this, fractions. And how many fractions do we have? 2014, right? Starting with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, until 2014. And all of the fractions, they have a common denominator already, 2014. How do you solve this? And also, let's do this together. Maybe in the next paper, I will ask you to do more questions. And also, we know that
2014 minus 3.
Huh?
2014 minus 3, you get the answer and then add 3. Huh?
What?
The answer.
Huh?
So you minus 2014, you minus 3.
Why are you? What do you mean minus 3?
2014 minus 3, and then to the answer. Yes, that's the answer.
Okay. Now let's see. Just I want to tell you one thing. If we have something like this, A over C plus B over C, right? What's wrong with my eyes? So here CC is a common denominator. I can just write this fraction as A plus B over C, right? Or also I can write this fraction as 1 over C times A plus B, right? It's like, for example, 3 over 2. I can write it as 3 times 1 over 2 or 1 over 2 times 3. All right. Wow, Wagif, you change your mind. We can see your face now. Huh?
Yes, mister.
How are you, Wagif?
Good, mister. Good.
Don't disappear, okay? Just keep your camera on. It's good to see
okay.
your face.
Ali also opened.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
Open it.
Now I will have a...
I'll open. Wait 1 minute.
Ali, come on. Where is your face? Show me your face. Okay, Wagif, you have very beautiful hairstyle. All right. Let's continue. So like this, number one, suppose that Rahim, let me just denote the whole sum by S, okay? And just I'm naming this, okay? It doesn't change anything here. So this S, as you see here, just using this one, 2014 is a common factor, right? So I can just write it as 1 over 2014. Inside the parentheses, here we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot plus 2014. Okay. Now also let me just open here and write something. So now let me just denote again another sum, okay? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, here we have n minus 1 plus n. What do we have here? The sum of the first n natural numbers, right? How do you find this? To find this one, let me just write them in reverse order. We know that a plus b is equal to b plus a. Ali? I can't believe, I cannot believe my eyes. I can see your faces, Wagif and Ali, finally. Huh?
You know that, mister. Sometimes.
Sometimes
You just have to. You just have to, mister.
Okay.
Yes.
I was really excited today, you know, and teaching somebody, and I can see that your faces is so different.
Mr. Teriel has internet issue.
Ariel, Teriel yok.
Okay. So here, if I just write this sum in reverse order, then I have here n plus, before n we have n minus 1. Before n minus 1 we have n minus 2 dot, and here we have 3 plus 2 plus 1. Now let me just add them side by side. What is s plus s? S plus s is 2 times s. Now I will just add the first term with the first term, 1 plus n. So that is n plus 1. And if you add 2 to n minus 1, again it is n plus 1. And dot continue here. And the last one also n plus 1. Zubaydah, can you answer this question? How many n plus 1s do we have here?
2013.
No, we have n, right? I'm just talking about this sum. We'll get back to the question a bit later. So here we have 1, 2, 3 altogether until n. So how many n numbers? We have n numbers. And we are just adding n numbers. And if you add just the first one with the last one, right? And blah, 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 we have n. So here I can just write it as 2 times n. Here we have n times n plus 1, because here we have n plus 1. Now, if you divide both sides by 2, then we get this formula, n times n plus 1 over 2. What is it? It is a formula to calculate the sum of the first n natural numbers. Okay, so now in this question, as I say here, we have the sum of the first 2014 natural numbers equals, we already have here 2014 times, so this sum is equal to the last number 2014 and the next number after the last number, that is 2015 over 2. Now just we need to simplify this. This 2014, it is gone. So here we have 2015 over 2, which is equal to 1007 and a half. So that is the answer. Okay, Rahim, did you understand? Rahim, where are
Yes,
you? Did you go
I
to
am
find
here.
Tariel?
Yeah, I'm here. I understood. Hello? Please tell
Okay.
me I don't have Wi-Fi. Okay.
So,
Zubaydah?
Mr. So with logic 2015 needs to be divided by 2, and that's going to be the answer,
What did you say, Professor?
which you did here.
With logic, is that with logic?
Mr.
Ali, Ali. You don't see there. 2015. Oh, okay.
Okay. Guys, let's move to the next question. All right.
What's on the logic?
So just see here, if you get some idea, if you understand, it's good.
Whoa.
Rahim, can you read the question?
In the following cryptography, all the letters stand for different digits. Find the values A, B, C, and D.
Okay. Here we have 4 letters, and they stand for different digits because they are
Why is
4
everything
letters.
2014?
Huh?
Why is everything 2014?
Because these questions were prepared in 2014, for 2014. But this year, Rahim, if you actually sit for Sasmo, you will see a lot of 2021.
We should have done it last year, so it's like not 1, not 21, so it's 20. So it's gonna be easier.
Yeah, it depends on back, but if you get the idea, after that you can solve it is 2014, 2015, 2021, it doesn't matter, right? And later, Rahim, maybe after we finish 3-4 papers, after that, we will practice, I mean, some different questions from Sasmo's website, okay? So what is the question here? It says that, all right, all the letters stand for different digits. Find the values A, B, C, and D. Now, it's just a subtraction, so it is not so hard, right? So C minus 8 is equal to 14.
This one is easy.
So what is C here? Rahim, can you tell me what is C here?
C should...
4.
Yes, 4. No.
4 or 2?
2.
2, Mr. I said 2.
It is 2, right? So now, if C equals 2, we cannot subtract A from 2. We need to borrow 1 from B. So it is 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. So what do we have here now? Now here we have B minus 1. And B minus 1 also actually 9. 9 minus 9 is not equal to 1, right? It should be 0 here, right? So because I can borrow 1 again from 8, then 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. So what is the value of B then? Is equal to 1, right? Because if you borrow 1 from B, then we have 0 here.
1.
So it is 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. Now what we have here, we have 7 now. What number minus D is equal to 0? So D must be 7. And A minus 3 is equal to 2. So A must be 5. So now if you check this, A is 5, 8, B is 1, C is 2, minus 3 times D is 7, 9, 8, right? If you subtract this, 12 minus 8, it is 4, 10 minus 9, it is 1, 7 minus 7, 0, it is 2014. Okay, Zubaydah, everything okay?
Yes. It was actually
Mr. Can you repeat this again, please?
Can I repeat this again, please?
This whole... Yes, can you repeat it, please?
Can you repeat it again? What does it mean? No,
Cause-
can you repeat it? Repeat it. Repeat it. Okay.
I mean, like, Mister, can you go over it again?
How? Should I walk or run or fly over it?
No, Mister, like, you should mind your own business.
I'm never on a diet, you know. I like eating, I like drinking because I mean, plays tennis a lot. Oh, I cannot stay away from food. Okay,
So, Mister,
Mr.
can
Ali,
you
one more
repeat
time,
this,
I'm
please?
explaining this to you. Guys, this is very easy. We are just subtracting this. And now here, C. Here we have C minus 8 is equal to 4, right? That means that it's just reverse order. 4 plus 8 is equal to 12. So this C must be equal to 12. Since C is a digit, it cannot be a 12, it should be 2. So that's why actually C must be 2. Now, actually, to make this 12, we borrowed 1 from B, right? If we borrow 1 from B, now what we have here? B minus 1. And B minus 1 minus 9 is equal to 0. Again, in reverse order, 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. So B minus 1 should be equal to 10. That means that B minus 1 should be 0, right? Because it cannot be 10. And that's what, after that, because we borrowed 1 from 8. So if you borrow 1 from 8, here we have 7 left. 7 minus what number is equal to 0? Then D must be equal to 7.
So,
And what
Mister, I
number
understood.
what
So,
number
Mister,
minus 3 is equal to 2? 2 plus 3 is equal to 5.
Five. So, Mister, it's like, uh, from the first section to the second section, you just need to add them, and that's it.
Yeah, also in other way, you can do like this. Also, I can just write it like this, right? 2014 plus 3D98 is equal to A8BC.
That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah, because here something minus something like A minus B is equal to C. What does it mean? It
But
means that
Mister,
A
but
is
which
equal to
one
B
will we
plus
use
C.
the most? Which one will we use the most? The first one with the numbers, or with the numbers and the alphabet?
Which one do you like? Which
The
one do you like
alphabet
more?
one.
Okay.
Alphabet.
Yeah, which one do you like more? Which method you like more? Some people like eating with their left hand, some people right hand, some people with both hands, some people with spoon, some people with fingers. So which one do you like? It's up to you. Let's continue. All right. Find the sum of the terms in the ninth pair of brackets. Okay, Rahim, Adnan, everybody. I'll just give you 1.5 minutes. It's very easy question. First, give a try, okay? If you understand, let me just tell me the idea. And after that, if no answer, we will do it together.
Mister, how much examples should we give? For example, 2 or 3 examples.
What is n? What is nth?
The
Go on,
nth
for
here
N
is,
means go on.
this one is the first, right? And this one is the second. And this one is third. And if you just continue, right? And suppose that the general term, it is nth term. Here we have something, right? What are these terms and what is the sum of these terms?
But it goes
Mister,
forever.
may I answer?
Yes.
Of 9, 10, and 5th.
What?
After 7, 8, it comes 9, 10, and the 9, 10 is the 5th one.
Yeah, okay, 9, 10. But can you tell me what are the terms in the nth pair of brackets?
What do you mean nth?
Okay, like for example, let me just say like this, Rahim. Suppose that I'm just writing number sequence here. The first number is 1, second number is 2, third number is 3, 4, dot, dot, and here, and...
Yes, Mister, it's 5. It's 5
okay.
then.
So now I'm numbering this. This one is the first term, it is A1. The second term, it is A2. Third term, it is A3. Now, if I ask you, what is the nth term? What is it? Nth term is
8.
n, right?
Yes.
Because nth term is, it's a general term actually. If n equals 1, we get the first one, 2. Another example, for example, let's say this one is 1, 3, 5, 7, dot, dot. And here we have what is the nth term. That means that here, what is general term of the sequence? Nth term means the general term. So here,
It's going to be 9 with
2n minus 1. So the general term or nth term of this number sequence is 2n minus 1. What does it mean? If n equals 1, we get the first term. 2 times 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. As you see, it's the first term. If n equals 2, for example, 2 times 2 minus 1 is equal to 3, we get the second term. If n equals 3, for example, 2 times 3 minus 1 is equal to 5, we get the third term. Okay? So
So,
n.
Mr. My answer is 9, 10, and A5.
Good, good,
With,
but it's not correct.
That's
So
correct?
here,
Answer is 2n minus 1.
yes. So the answer is, the first one is 2 times 1, the second term. The second term of in the second pair of brackets is 2 times 2, right? And this one is 2 times 3. And if it just continues, nth term will be something like this, right? 2n minus 1 and the 2n, right? So now the question is, what is the sum of the terms in the nth pair of brackets? So the first one is 2n minus 1, and the second one is 2n. So now if you add them, that's equal to 4n minus 1. Okay. As you see here, for example, let's say n equals 1. What do you get here? So S1 is equal to 4 times 1 minus 1, that's equal to 3. So we get the sum of the numbers in the first pair of brackets. If n equals 2, for example, here we have S2, that is 4 times 2 minus 1, that's equal to 7. We get the sum of the numbers in the second pair of brackets. Okay, actually that is the general term, right? This one is general term. The sum of the numbers in the general, nth pair of brackets is just for n minus 1. Okay. Ali, drink some water.
So, the answer, my answer was 9, 10. Then it should have been 9, 10, 2.5, right? No?
What do you mean your answer? Because here the question is the sum of the terms in the nth pair of brackets. That's a question.
Ali, nth is not next.
Okay.
Oh, that's the best explanation. Thank you, Rahim. You understand his language better than me. Okay, good. Continue. How about this? Guys, let's solve this together. I will just do very simple algebra. One thing. Zubeda, are you still here?
Yes.
Zubeda, this question is for you. These two lines are parallel to each other. Okay. And let me draw another line that passes through these two lines, crosses these two lines. Suppose that the measure of this angle is alpha, and this angle is beta. Okay. What is alpha plus beta, Zubeda?
180.
180 degrees, right? Very good. So next question is for you, Rahim.
Mr. Why give
We are given an isosceles triangle. This side is equal to this side. Okay. And suppose that this angle is alpha. And also this angle should be alpha. Then let's say this angle is x. What is x, Rahim?
X 60.
It is 180 minus 2 alpha.
Yes, it's the
Right?
same thing. So yes, 60.
What do you mean 60?
It will be 60
Why?
because all the sides are the same. They have the same angle.
No, the third side is not equal to this size.
Oh.
This is isosceles triangle, not equilateral triangle.
Okay.
Mr.
About the third side, we have no idea. Well, how do I know that? Because alpha plus x. These are the interior angles of this triangle, right? So that's equal to 180 degrees.
Yes, what
Now
will be
alpha plus
100?
alpha is 2 alpha. Take to the right hand side. So x is equal to 180 minus 2 alpha.
Mr. Wajif turned off his camera again.
Okay.
Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yes, Mr. Nothing. I understood.
You understood? Yeah, that's why you are the best, Ali.
I know, Mr.
If you know you are the best, then you are not the best.
I know because I'm the worst. Because I'm the best.
Oh, you.
If you say that you are the worst, then you are the best. Very good.
Yes, you see, Mr. Wajif. Cezası.
Okay, guys, now let's get back to this question. Just I'm going to use these two ideas.
Hayda, bot.
Maybe there's a simpler way, but I'm just also going to do some brainstorming. Here, using this alpha plus beta, you are saying that 180 degrees, right? So that means that, suppose actually I'm going to find this angle. What is the question? Find BAC. BAC is this angle. And let's say that is X. We are going to find this. Okay. Now suppose that this angle is alpha. And also this angle should be alpha, right? So now, how about this angle? We have already calculated here, right? X is equal to 180 minus 2 alpha. So this angle should be 180 minus 2 alpha. So now the sum of these angles, right? Beta plus alpha equals 180 degrees. If this angle is 180 minus 2 alpha, then this angle should be, what is it? It is 2 alpha. Okay. So now from here, let me suppose that these two angles, they are beta, and also this must be beta. Now from here, I can write this equation then. Triangle RBC in triangle RBC, the sum of the interior angles. The first angle is 2 alpha, the second angle is beta, and third angle is beta. So this sum is equal to 180 degrees. Or 2 alpha plus 2 beta is equal to 180 degrees. Now, if you divide both sides by 2, here we have alpha plus beta. 180 is divided by 2 is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So now, using this sum, actually, I can find the value of this angle then, right? What is this angle? If alpha plus beta is 90, and also this angle should be 90 degrees. If it is 90, 90 plus 60 is 150, then this x should be equal to 30 degrees. So the answer is BAC. BAC is equal to 30 degrees. Okay, Rahim, is it clear?
Yes.
Why Wagif is so happy today, Rahim? Huh?
Is it bad, Mr. being happy? Okay, I'll close my camera. So,
Say again?
Mr. Wajif has
I
been
don't know
listening to Dixie D'Amelio's Be Happy music all day.
Rahim, this Ali, Wagif, you are all the classmates in the same class?
no,
No,
me and
they're
Ali is
another
in the same
school.
class.
Mr. Rahim
Yeah.
wants to wager me for $1,000 locked.
So Rahim, do you know these guys, Wagif and Ali?
No, I don't.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Reflex Moon. Let me copy that 1 second. Mr. I'm sorry. Let me
I
copy
don't know
the
why.
voice.
If I just saw him on the streets, then we became friends.
No, he's joking, Mr. Reta.
All right.
We're
Guys,
from the
let's
same
continue.
class.
Okay.
So I'm adding you after the game. After this, join.
Okay. Good. But at
Oh,
least
yeah?
seeing
It's
your
your
face
nickname
is
in
good.
Fortnite, Rahim.
Always keep your camera on.
Okay, let me just... Mr. Wait 1 minute. Let me just write to my blank note one thing.
No, I have it. I'm going to send you after. I'm going to send you the question 24. 23 it is.
Of course, send me.
Okay. I'm sending. Don't
Ali,
worry.
Wagif, Adnan, Rahim, Zubayda. So Nigar and Tariel is absent today. Okay, another question, Rahim. Here, find the remainder when 2 to the power of 2014 is divided by 7. Okay, so this kind of questions, before I actually explain this, I just want to tell you something. For example, in general, okay, here we have, let's just do one simple example, a plus b squared. Okay, how do we expand this? Actually, that's equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, and that's just a formula. As you see here, except the last term, actually here we have the common factor of a. So here I can just write it as a times a plus 2b. Okay, and here still I have b squared. Now, if I just label this with some number, let's say it is capital M, it is some whole number. So now I can write it as a times capital N plus b squared. Okay, so in general, if you are given something like this, a plus b to the power of n, I can always write it like a times some n, it's a whole number, plus b to the power of n. Okay, that's one thing you have to know about this
Easy,
type
mister.
of questions. All right. So number 2 is one example. Another example is, for example, 13, right? And if you divide 13 by 4, for example, the quotient is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. If you subtract, here we have 1. What is 1? 1 is remainder. And this 3 is, it's a quotient, right? And this 4 is, it's just a divisor. And this 1 is divided. So how can I write this 13? So I can write it as 13 is equal to 4 times 3 plus 1, right? So that thing actually gives us the remainder. So that means that here also, if you look at this expression, if I divide this a plus b to the power of n by a, the remainder is b to the power of n. Okay. So now that's the first observation. The second one is 2014. It's not divisible by 3. But actually, if I write like this, 2013 plus 1, 2013 is divisible by 3. So I can just write it as not 3, 7. Is this 3? Oh, it's divisible by 7, right? Okay. So it is divisible by 3. If you divide this by 3, 3 times 20 is divided by 3, it is 6. 21, it is 7. And the 3, it is 1. So plus 1. So I can write 2014 as 3 times 671 plus 1. Okay, now if I get back to our question, 2000, not 2000. Here we have 2 to the power of 2014, right? So I can write it as 2 to the power of 2014 is 3 times 671 plus 1 plus 1 is times 2, right? Because here, for example, 3 cubed, I can write it as 3 to the power of 2 plus 1, or I can write it as 2 squared times 2 to the power of 1. Oh, who is writing a lot? Listen to the lesson, guys. 15, 14.
Ali.
Mr.
Today is, Mister, a good day.
Mr.
I don't
I
know.
swear, this kid is writing to me orange
No, I'm
juice.
not writing anything to you.
He's writing in
listening to
WhatsApp
the
orange
lesson.
juice.
Okay, guys, if you
Orange
want to
juice.
chat with each other, use your WhatsApp. Okay, not here. Forgive.
Mister, I'm not writing to him anything. Sorry, if I'm disturbing you. I'm not writing.
Yes, Mr. Me too. I didn't mean to disturb your lesson.
Okay. No, you are not disturbing me. You are disturbing others. Okay. Now, for me, everybody should do what we have to do. Okay, Ali, if your job is to disturb the class, I cannot stop you. All
Yes,
right.
Ali.
No, Mr. I swear, sorry, Mr. Let me turn off my camera for 2 minutes.
All right. Guys, just 1 minute break. I will tell you one story. Okay, after that, I will continue. One day, Mr. Rahim was just walking, all right, on the streets. He was walking, and on the way, he sees a guy, all right, and he sees a guy and holding a small stick. And there's a small hole here, all right, a small hole. Inside the hole, there was a scorpion, okay. And we know the scorpion is poisonous, right? He was just holding a long stick and trying to take the scorpion out of this hole. or because it was a slippery whatever, Scorpion was trying to go out, but actually it couldn't. That's why this guy was trying to help this. So every time this guy just actually puts the stick into this hole or well, whatever it is, the Scorpion was trying to sting him, all right, or let's say bite him, all right. And this guy was walking, and Rahim asked, "Oh, Waqif, what are you doing? The Scorpion is trying to bite you. He may kill you. All right, what are you doing?" And this Waqif says that, "Look, I am a human. I am doing what I have to do. And Scorpion is doing what it has to do. All right. Scorpion's job is to poison people, and human's job
That's
is to help the other creatures, whatever it is, who are in need of help. Okay.
that was so
So,
no
Mr.
And
cap, no cap.
where you listen, where you put yourself, actually, that's important. Actually, you are on the left hand side or right hand side, whatever it is. That's why if you are here to listen, you can learn something. If you are here to disturb, you will disturb. Also, you will do your job. Okay. And I just wonder,
Of
what
course,
is your job here, Ali and Wagif and Adnan?
our
Is so
job here is to listen to this lesson.
Listen to
And
this.
Vagif's job is to 1v1 Rahim today. And that's it.
okay. All right. All right. Good. Continue. Ali, don't look like that. Yeah, stay a little bit away from the camera.
He looks like Squid. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, let's
Like,
continue.
come to school either.
So,
Okay,
Come to
Zubaydah, are you
school.
here?
I came today, but you didn't.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Zubaydah, let's continue. So here, 2002, 2 to the power of 2014, and I can just write it like this. And you may wonder, why am I writing like this? Okay, now if you look at this 2 cube part, all right, and I can just write it as 2 cube to the power of 671 times, here we have 2. And what is 2 cubed? 2 cubed is 8, right? I can write this 8 as 7 plus 1 to the power of 671 and times 2. Now using this a plus b to the power of n, it can be written as a times some natural number n plus b to the power of n. So I can just write it as 7 times some natural number n plus 1 to the power of anything. It's just equal to 1. So I have here 1. And still I have 2 here. Now if you remove the brackets, 2 times 7, it is 14. Well, I can just write it as 2 times 2n. And plus, and 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Now actually it is exactly this form, right? Here we have, as if we are dividing by 7. Our quotient is 2 times n something. We are not interested in the quotient, whatever it is, the whole number. So what we have here, it is 2. So that means that 2 is the remainder. So that means that if we divide 2 to the power of 2014 by 7, the remainder is 2. Okay. So it may be a little bit hard, but usually in Sasmo, the last 5 questions are a little bit harder questions. So if you do not have some additional knowledge, you cannot solve these problems. The first 10 questions is for everybody. The next maybe 5 or 10 questions, like medium level questions. The last maybe 5, 6 questions, usually a little bit hard questions. Okay. The students
How
who
many
actually
do
do
you
some
have to add?
extra studying can solve these questions. Rahim,
Of
How
what do you
course,
many?
say?
Mr. Extra studying. I
How
always do.
many? How many questions do you have to solve correctly to get the gold?
Mr. How much questions should we solve to go to
Usually,
Sasmo?
Rahim, here, actually evaluation is like this. In Sasmo, actually it's not based on your results, okay? So like, for example, let's say, suppose that, let me just write here, after that I can delete this. Suppose that 100 students participated in Sasmo altogether, okay? And after that, they just categorize like this. Actually, this 100, the top 5%, okay? And this one is gold,
Mm.
okay? And after that, maybe it is the next, like for example, 10%, let's say
Is
it is
silver.
silver, okay? And after that,
Mr.
it is next
So which
25%
ones
of the
pass?
students, listen, bronze,
Sorry.
okay? So actually, if you are at the top 40, you will get something. But if you are at the top 5, you get gold. Okay.
What gold, Mister? A gold medal?
Yes, gold medal.
No, they will hand you gold nuggets.
And
Yeah.
after that,
Yes.
if you are in top like 40, I think, or 40, or maybe 15, okay, so you qualify to go to Singapore and participate in the second rounds.
Top what, mister?
It is
Top
a
how much?
it's going to take place usually in August.
Nugget is Slitok.
Okay, I'm just
No, like-
approximating, but usually it's something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think it's given website. Usually it's 5 or 8. The top 5 or 8 students is gold. The next maybe 8 or 10 or 12% students, it is silver, and the next maybe 20 or 25 students, it is
Like how
bronze.
much? Only gold people go to Singapore, or silver
All the
and gold.
people.
Okay. Guys, about more questions, you can actually contact Mr. Adalat or Miss Aisu. They will give you more information.
Mr.
about-
Maksud.
Aksu,
Ada
Aksu, I don't know. The
didn't
one
hear
lady
correctly.
always joins us, and also she is in charge of, I don't know, Mr. Adalat's assistant, I think. Anyway, guys, my job is here teaching. But if you're
We're
interested,
not going to come to
I can give
Singapore.
you detailed information. Okay.
Why are you nervous?
You're
Continue.
not going to come to Singapore, mister, if we win.
Huh?
If we qualify,
If
not
we-
win,
if we
qualify Warriors.
are you going to come to Singapore with us?
I mean, if life gets back to normal life, I will come. Because now, as you see, we cannot travel to Singapore. It's not allowed now these days.
Ondan yana then Mr. Warrior wanting
Now
like
it is
doing this
everything is getting
tournament.
better and better here. Right?
Because
The situation
we
is getting
will
better.
qualify. If we
Until
qualify.
August, we will see. Okay, guys, let's
Wait,
continue.
mister. How much questions will be in the examination if you don't? You don't know. Sorry.
In the exam, there are 25 questions.
Oh, that's it. And how much should we get correct?
That's it.
Mister, how much should we how
Half
much
of it,
correct
I
should we
think.
get?
Ali, to be the best, you need to answer all the questions correctly.
I'm
What?
not the best, mister. I'm not the best.
But it's written Ali the best.
Good.
I need to
Okay,
change
but
it to
Ali,
the word.
okay, you call me a bit later. We can have discussion together. All right. Now let's talk about get
Okay,
back to this
Mr.
math. All right. Good. So Rahim Zubayda, about this question, that is the hardest question in this test actually. Even at the first try with grade 8, grade 9 students, we couldn't solve this. And after that, we tried for like 1 or 2 days. And after that, we got some different idea. And I'm just going to share the solution with you. And Rahim, Zubayda, Ali, Wagif, what I suggest you is after you actually want the solution, I advise you to give a try without looking at the solution. Try this. Do you understand every step or not? Okay. So now, just for a while, let me just move this picture somewhere else. Okay. I'm going to draw. I need more space here. Okay. So suppose that here we are given some kind of right angle isosceles triangle. Okay. Can I just solve it somewhere else?
Mister, what's that blue?
Notepad.
Rahim, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Rahim always sees screens.
All right.
Huh?
So all right. So anyway, what? How do you,
What, mister?
What, mister?
how do you rotate this?
Mister,
Don't
ما
like
بعرف نشخمر.
I never played did this.
Mister,
Maybe you
I,
press on the ruler.
Where it says
like-
54, where it says 54.
Mister, I mainly don't do
Where it says
this.
54, try to do it from there. There's a dot
Mainly.
on top.
Of course, I sit in Epic Games Launcher all day.
What do you say, Rahim?
He's
Nothing.
telling try to press the what's called the 54.
Mister, today is a really good day.
Okay. Everything is a good
Because,
day.
Mister, today is your lesson. Plus, today I didn't go to school because I felt bad. And
COVID.
super good day today, Mister.
Yeah, I'm
I
going to
did-
box you, Ali.
Yes, Mister, I did math exam summative today.
Yeah,
from-
formative we did today.
Of course, I thought we already done formative because we got already grades from it. But
Good.
still, okay. Today's a really good day. I love it.
Very good.
even though Ali got a 2 from this formative.
Since when I got a 5 from formative, I can take a screenshot. I can put any amount blocked.
But
Okay.
the
Who
maximum
doesn't know
block is
what 2 or
8.
5 means?
I got 3 science. Almost 4.
Guys, let's
this-
continue. Hello.
This is
Hello.
math. Stop talking, please. You're
Yeah, you have.
Okay, let's finish this, then we can talk. Here in the question, it says that this ABC, it is an isosceles triangle. That means that AB is equal to BC. Now here, we have a point here. We need to find that angle, but later I will draw this, okay? And suppose that this side is equal to A, okay? And since it is isosceles triangle, this angle must be 80 degrees, all right? So let me draw another line segment from B to AC that is equal to BC. So if I just draw this, it will be this line segment. Okay, this one equals this. So let's just label this by D. So since they are equal, and also this angle must be 80 degrees. If it is 80, this angle must be 20 degrees. And I will draw another line, actually that is equal to BD. Let's say that side is E, okay? If I just join this here, so this also equal to this. So if it is equal, then if it is 20 degrees, right? And this 80, right? So the remaining part, this should be 60 degrees. So since this side is equal to this side, that means that also this angle must be 60 degrees. If it is 60, and also third angle must be 60, right? That means also this side is equal to this. I will continue drawing the same line segment to the third side. Again, if I just draw equal line segment, suppose that that's also equal to ED. Let's say this one is F. So from here, 60, right? And AD, 140, that means that let me change the color. So this angle should be 40 degrees. And if it is 40, and also this angle must be 40 degrees. If it is 40, and this angle is should be 100 degrees, right? And 100 plus 60, 160, then this angle must be 20 degrees. And we know that from the beginning, right, this angle is 20. That means that also this side should be equal to this side. Actually, this point is our point D, the given point. Now from here, this is 40. That means that this angle is 140 degrees. All right, in the question, what we have to find, if I get back to our question here. Okay, what we have here. All right, so that means that if I draw actually here, that angle, for example, this one is D, right? And that's our last line. I just draw this, if you remember. So this angle is 140 degrees. This side is equal to this side. And also, if you remember, and also this one should be equal to this from our picture. That means that if you remember, this angle is, actually this angle was 160 degrees, right? So that's equal, then that means that this angle should be 10, and also this angle is 10. So what is ADB? Then ADB is equal to 140 plus 10, that's equal to 150 degrees. Okay, so what we have done here is, if you're given this isosceles triangle, actually I just consecutively, I just draw the first line segment that's equal to this. After that, I draw another one that's also equal to this. And also I draw another one that's also equal to this. And also actually because these angles are 20 and 20, and also this line segment should be equal to each other. And after that, we need to find this angle because it's 60 degrees. I need to find this angle, right? And these two sides are equal. And we know that this angle is 60 and this angle is 80, right? And this angle is 100 degrees. So this angle is 20. So 160, this angle should be 10 degrees. And also this angle then is also 10 degrees. And this one is 20, 20. How about this angle? It is 140 degrees. Okay, just draw this even if this one is not given. When we just draw this equal line segments, actually, when I just join this point with this point, actually that point will be point D. Okay, and that's why this angle is 150 degrees. Okay, Rahim, Wagif, Ali,
Yes, it's
Adnan,
just
Zubeda, do you have any questions?
no, it's just like logic. You just have to do it
Yeah,
piece
logic.
by piece.
Quick
What
maths.
ideal.
What did you say, Rahim?
You
Quick
just have to
maths.
do it like little bit by little bit, like piece by piece.
Rahim, actually, this question, this problem is a famous problem. If in internet, for example, if you just search like 20, 20, 80
Mister, I have
triangle, and there are a lot of different solutions, okay? But among the solutions, this one for me, it is the easiest one. Using trigonometry, using similarity, using congruent triangles, they have a lot of different solutions. Now, for me, actually, I suggest you, I think this is the easiest one. We didn't actually use any complicated rules or anything. Just simply, we are just drawing equal line segments and get the answer. Okay. Okay. That much is enough. Rahim, Wagif, Ali, Adnan, Zubayda. Maybe I will share you another new paper. Okay. If you have a time, you need to practice some questions. If you don't have a time, at least you need to have a look. All right. And once again, if you do not study seriously, and you will only waste your time here. All right. You will not learn much. Okay. So guys, you need to do some self-studying. You have to practice some questions and
I'm
you need to
doing
come to the
homework.
class with questions. Okay. Only if
but
you
I do
just think that
everything.
I joined the class and learned something, you are wrong. Okay. And without solving problems, you cannot learn math much. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a nice
Okay,
weekend.
mister.
We will
Have a
meet.
nice weekend, mister. Bye.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
وش معدمي؟
Why?
You have Discord.
Listen, Discord at it.